Hey there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan. We're looking at a 2006 Honda CR-V. This one here bought from auction here in Japan for export over to Canada. Under the 15-year rule, this one has fairly low mileage compared to the ones in Canada at 93,000 kilometers. And so, yeah, you want your CR-V, but you can't afford one because you don't want to spend so much money on a 400,000 kilometer CR-V that's already in Canada. Go ahead and import one. You will get a right-hand drive one, but people do get used to driving them right-hand drive. Here in Japan, you can drive right or left-hand drive, and people regularly buy both. So 93,451. The overall condition and my impression on the car is that it's pretty good. For a car that's 15 years old now, it's going to have some wear and tear, but I think far, far less than what you can expect from your average North American one. This one also has an aftermarket exhaust, aftermarket wheels, aftermarket suspension, and then it's the version with the leather interior. And is this a four-wheel drive or front-wheel drive one? Let's just have a quick look, because you can get them both. And this is a four-wheel drive model. And the underside's looking clean and tidy, so definitely a Canadian version of one of these is going to have rust problems for the most part. K24 engine, an all-time great, known as being super reliable. Parts are easy to get, and it's part of the K family. It's one of the best engines, according to many people. Okay, the coolant is looking fine, the oil is looking fine. It is very dirty and dusty around here, so you do have to be careful, like taking the dipstick out, because there is some crud around the dipstick hole. Don't want to throw that into the engine by accident. Okay, now we will lower the hood. Quick look at what it looks like. And now that these ones are 15 years old, well, they are a bit more than 15 years old, I must say the styling holds up quite a bit. It does not look super duper dated. I like how at about this time is when the headlights started to look a lot more sculpted compared to, you know, there's the older CR-V that this one replaced. Night and day different. Still very cool. As you can see, these are all our cars here. 2 CR-V is going to the States, CR-V going to Canada. People love these things. So this one was bought from an auction here. This is the auction inspection sheet. I'll go ahead and translate it. It's a 2006 CR-V four-wheel drive ZX 2.4 liter engine, auction grade 4, interior grade C, exterior grade C. I think that's being a little bit rough on it. I think overall condition, I'd be very happy with one of these, considering the mileage and the age and the price paid for it. The report here says AC doesn't work, but it actually does. It was completely fine. I tested it. It was cold and nice, and it's very hot today. So if the AC is not going to work, today's one of those days you'll find out. Pillar interior trim slightly scratched. Seat is saggy. Door liner is saggy. Exterior has some shallow scratches on it. And exterior paint stains. Steering wheel is worn. And door mirror is scratched. Aftermarket exhaust. And then it says X1 on the windshield. That is right here. It's considered a crack. Doesn't look like it needs to be repaired, in my opinion. Okay, and then it has a back door that's been replaced. Has a dent on this fender here. Let's just have a quick look at that. That says B3. So we got an area of damage here on the fender, and that's about the worst that the body gets. Excuse me. And A2 on the back fender. It's really not too bad. So let's now take you for a tour around it. Black color, I think, is really easy to sell. If you're, you know, a lot of our customers, 90+%, we work with dealers. We're a wholesaler. So the people who have the import car dealers buy from us. And then, of course, you can buy from us too if you want. There's generally a little bit of risk in buying a sight unseen car from auction, but there's also a savings format, and the savings usually outweighs the risk. And then a ton of our customers started off importing a car, and then imported for their family, and then we're like, you know what, I can do this, and then started importing for the purpose of reselling, which is primarily what we do. So it works out. Excuse me. So the tires here, they don't have the proper compliance for Canada, so they're going to need to be changed, at least to pass compliance. You can change back afterwards. Wheels are kind of a cheaper aftermarket wheel. I think that they look pretty good together with the car. I think they draw attention to it. That said, they're nothing fancy. The tires come from 2023, which is great, but like I said, no specifications for it. It also says 245. I'm going to check the original tire size. I'd be surprised if it's bigger than a 225. And so you're going to get worse gas mileage. Yeah, original size is a 225. So these tires are full 2 centimeters per tire wider. And so it does give it a little bit of a different look. That said, though, worse fuel economy, worse driving dynamics as a result. And then tires are an Avid Invigor from Yokohama. Not a tire I'm too familiar with, but Yokohama is a high-end brand name. Coming down here, we're looking pretty good. We do have plenty of scratches around the door handles. Unfortunately, a lot of people just aren't careful with door handles. The back one here, even more so. And fingernails will scratch that paint. Here's your A2 right there. And you'll notice we are at the port today. This one we set up for delivery. So the auction needs to know immediately where to send the cars. We can either send them to our lot for a report or to the port where actually most of the cars just come here direct. But a lot of people want to have a good, solid review of the vehicle first. And so it is true, maybe at least 50% of the cars I'm reviewing, whether it's at the port or back at the office. This one here, this is the one I was looking for. Scratches here. And it looks like someone had the habit of putting their thumb against this in order to get the leverage that they need instead of just opening it. It's not hard at all to open, but somebody, I guess, got in the habit of doing that and then just a whole bunch of times. And a few minor scratches down there. Otherwise, I'd say looking pretty good. So if it were my car, that fender up there would have to be replaced. Not replaced. Repaired at the very least. It looks like, it's a tiny bit off from being bumped there. Certainly something that could be repaired, but you can get these fenders in North America fairly easily as well from a junkyard, so you might want to just do that. Okay, on to the interior now. CR-V, they're kind of a perfect small family car. They are super useful space in and around basically everywhere. Super easy to drive, super easy to park, good fuel economy. They are kind of the perfect car for so many people out there. That's why these are so popular on the road. So it looks like you can put up to 10 kilograms on top of this, or you can fold it away. You can double fold it or just remove it altogether. Double subwoofer. Pretty cool. And then the original springs, looks like they just lowered it with some lowering springs. A bit on the dirty side in here, but not too bad. And then pull this up, we have a full-size spare underneath. Okay, close this off and go now to the interior. Love how the doors open a full 90 degrees. This absolutely helps when you're trying to get kids into the car or trying to get kids into car seats and you have a decent amount of space in the back. Having the leather is super handy if you have the kids because spilled drinks now don't matter as much. Plenty of room for the legs, even for adults, for teenagers, or whatever you need. And lots of headroom, good visibility all around. Good package. Honda's made good cars for a very long time. Around this era, I particularly like because it's the same era as mine. I have a 2004, and we just can't sell it because we love it too much. Here's a saggy liner. I'm not sure if that's real leather, but it looks like, it at the very least looks like leather. It's soft touch. It's, I guess, what you would consider a premium material. And then the driver's seat definitely is made out of leather, at least partially. Oftentimes these seats on like a mid to lower grade car, like if they are leather, some of it's leather, the rest of it's leather looking materials, and I suspect that's the case here. Like, that's not leather, but probably that is. And then the sagginess in the seat is right there. Not the worst. Again, because these seats are available in North America, you can go ahead and get some North American ones and swap them out. And check this out. The driver's seat always wears out more than the passenger seat because it's the one that's always being driven. There's always a driver in the car, right? Not always a passenger. because it's right-hand drive, it's the opposite. So where in Japan, it might be hard to get a good condition driver's seat. Now that's swapped, where it would be hard to find a good condition passenger seat in North America, which doesn't matter because this one's fine. Driver's seat should be fairly easy to get in North America because, it's the passenger seat over there. Something interesting to think about. The wind deflector looks very aerodynamic, and you can put roof racks onto these. They have provisions for them. Okay. And yeah, good all-around vehicle. Heated seats, even. Let's come in here. Pretty normal looking gauge set there. Pretty normal looking center stack. I like my cars to be a little bit on the simple side. If there's any infotainment, I just want to use my phone, honestly. It would be nice to have like little phone shelves in most cars. Our BB is perfect. It has the perfect phone shelf for using your phone for navi. This one, not so much. I guess you could put your phone into here, but then you're blocking some of the stuff. Cup holders, boom, free space, and a little dirty. The interior is a little dirty, honestly. A place to put lots more stuff. And we get two places here, one there, and one here, with a bunch of manuals and stuff inside it. Oh, this is cool. Look at that. Now, you can take a look at how your kids are doing in the back. And there's a place for glasses. Honda, you're thinking about everything. Okay, not much more to talk about this one, and so we'll wrap up the video here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're going to contact us and say, Derek, get me a CRV for USA or for Canada, or get me an FJ Cruiser. We got that one and that one right now, among a whole bunch of other cars. And oh my god, I am such a baby for these cars here. The S3 with 1.8T four-wheel drive, not available in Canada ever, but available here in Japan. Now you can import them. That's even left-hand drive, so you don't have to worry about right-hand drive if you feel like that's a concern. Anyways, that's gonna be all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.